Stop for a moment before you scroll any further, because this message may have reached you at the exact moment you needed to hear it. Sometimes in life we begin to feel like every door in front of us is closed. You try something new and it does not work. You apply effort, time, and hope into something, but the results never appear the way you expected. After a while it becomes easy to believe that maybe nothing will ever change. Maybe you have been feeling this way recently. Maybe you have been praying quietly, hoping for a sign, hoping for a breakthrough, hoping for something to finally move forward in your life. When people reach those moments of uncertainty, they often start asking deep questions about their future. They wonder if they are on the wrong path or if their dreams are too far away. But what if the season you are in right now is not a season of failure but a season of preparation? Many times the doors we want to open immediately remain closed because something important is still being prepared behind the scenes. Think about a craftsman building something valuable. The work does not begin when the final product is revealed. The work begins long before anyone sees the result. There are hours of preparation, learning, shaping, and refining before the finished creation is ready to appear. Life often works in a similar way. There are seasons when you are being shaped quietly through experiences that others may never notice. During those seasons you may feel like nothing important is happening. But beneath the surface something powerful is taking place. Your patience is growing. Your understanding is growing. Your strength is growing. These qualities cannot always be seen immediately, but they are preparing you for the opportunities that will arrive later. Imagine walking through a long hallway filled with many different doors. Some of those doors are locked and some open for only a short moment before closing again. When someone encounters several closed doors in a row, they may begin to feel discouraged and believe that none of the doors will ever open. But what if the door that is meant for you is only a few steps further down the hallway? If you stop walking because of disappointment, you may never reach that door. Many people in life quit just moments before their breakthrough appears. They assume that their journey has reached the end when in reality they were very close to the moment that could change everything. One of the most difficult parts of life is learning how to remain hopeful during seasons of waiting. Waiting can make people feel powerless because they cannot control the timing of events. They can only control their attitude and their actions during the waiting period. But waiting does not always mean nothing is happening. Sometimes waiting means something important is being prepared at the right time. Think about the way nature works. A tree does not grow overnight. It takes years for its roots to grow deep and strong enough to support its height. If the tree grew too quickly without strong roots, it would collapse during the first storm. In the same way, our lives need strong foundations before we can carry bigger responsibilities and opportunities. The challenges you face today may be strengthening your roots so you can stand firm in the future. Another truth that many people discover later in life is that closed doors often lead them toward better opportunities. At the time, those closed doors felt painful and unfair. But with time they realized that those moments redirected them to paths they never would have explored otherwise. A rejection may lead to a new idea. A disappointment may inspire a new direction. A delay may provide the time needed to develop skills that later become extremely valuable. When you look back at your life, you may realize that some of the things you once called failures were actually turning points that changed everything. The problem is that when we are living through those moments, we cannot see the full picture yet. We only see the disappointment of what did not work. Faith is the ability to continue moving forward even when the full picture is not visible. It means trusting that the journey still has meaning even when the destination is not clear. Many of the people who eventually accomplish meaningful things did not succeed because everything worked perfectly for them. They succeeded because they kept walking even when the road became difficult. They refused to let one closed door define their future. They believed that somewhere ahead another opportunity was waiting. If you are watching this video right now, maybe you have been standing in front of a closed door in your life. Maybe you tried something and it did not succeed. Maybe you waited for an opportunity that never arrived. Maybe you believed a certain plan would work but life moved in a completely different direction. Those experiences can make anyone feel discouraged. But remember that your story is not finished yet. One moment of disappointment does not cancel the possibilities that still exist in your future. Life has a way of surprising people who continue moving forward even when they feel uncertain. Sometimes the opportunity that changes your life appears when you least expect it. It may come through a conversation, a new idea, a new connection, or a moment of courage when you decide to try again. Opportunities often appear quietly rather than dramatically. That is why it is important to remain open to new possibilities even after experiencing setbacks. Another important thing to remember is that your timing will never look exactly like someone else's timing. It is very easy to compare your life to the lives of others, especially in a world where people constantly display their achievements and success. But comparison can create unnecessary pressure because it ignores the unique path each person is meant to walk. Some people reach certain milestones early while others take longer. That difference does not mean one journey is better than the other. Sometimes the longer journey teaches deeper lessons and builds stronger character. The experiences you gain during your waiting season may prepare you for responsibilities and opportunities that others are not ready to handle yet. One day the door that opens in your life may lead to something greater than anything you imagined before. And when that moment finally arrives, you may realize that every delay and every challenge played a role in preparing you for it. If that opportunity had appeared earlier, you might not have recognized its value, or you might not have been ready to manage it. But through the experiences you lived through, you became stronger and wiser. Life often makes more sense when we look backward than when we are trying to predict the future. That is why patience and faith are such powerful qualities. They allow you to keep moving forward even when the outcome is not yet visible. If you feel discouraged today, remember that a closed door is not always the end of the story. Sometimes it is simply a redirection that guides you towards something better. The important thing is to keep walking through the hallway of opportunities. Do not allow disappointment to convince you that your journey has no direction. Every step you take is bringing you closer to something you may not be able to see yet. Your future still holds possibilities that have not been revealed. And sometimes the greatest transformation in life begins when a person refuses to give up even after facing many obstacles. If you continue moving forward with courage and hope, you may discover that the door meant for you was waiting just a little further ahead all along.